Hey everyone, it's Money at GasWeather.com, which means only one thing each short day every Monday at GasWeather is to have a look at the weather for the coming week across the continent, and today is no exception. Now, if we get on with European out, just want to say about the ads. There's links to articles on most pages at GasWeather.com, have browser widgets, any articles that are interesting. Just click through, you'll be able to go and read all those articles. In fact, make sure you're doing that. That's just about the fastest I've ever done it. We've got the cold weather in the east at the moment, in the east of Europe. That's going to be moderated through the course of this coming week as warmer air comes in from the west. And it's going to be a very quiet week really across many parts of Europe. High pressure will be pretty dominant. So let's have a look at the charts and we'll see what's happening. We've got this big area of high pressure out in the west of Europe at the moment, ridging through Ireland and the United Kingdom into northern parts of France. Milder air is running around the top of that into Scandinavia, and then got this cold trough to the east of Europe, going from Russia down in towards the northeast Europe and then through into the southeast, with an area of low pressure providing lots of heavy rain for parts of Greece, but also snow as we come further northwards, particularly in towards the Balkans. If we have a look at the upper air temperatures, the cold is in the east, bitterly cold temperatures in the east of Europe. It's milder with that ridge out in west, bringing milder air in off the Atlantic. The dew points, which is the surface temperatures, really show that it's very cold over in the east of Europe. It is milder out in the west and the northwest. Lots of dry weather, particularly through western parts of Europe. Some snow coming into the north of Norway, but otherwise lots of dry weather. A few wintry throws, perhaps parts of Germany. As we go eastwards, we find snow into Poland and then coming down in towards the Balkans. Then heavy rain as we go down towards Greece, where there could be some thunderstorms in places as well. So the weather is running in the east. Lots of quiet weather out in the west. So much of France, Spain, Portugal, central part of the Mediterranean is large dry, pretty dry in Italy as well, away from the south of Italy. So temperatures shown an east-west split. In the east, it's sub-zero, temperatures staying below freezing all day across many parts of Eastern Europe, whereas from Germany westwards, actually those temperatures are in below to mid-single figure, so it is a good deal milder out in the west, and particularly mild across western parts of France today, actually, with temperatures there up to 12 or 13 degrees. As we move through in towards the middle part of the week, high pressure just taking over across Europe. Really, that high pressure that is in the west today is ridging through most of Europe as we get through in towards the middle part of the week, and that is bringing in warmer temperatures as well, warmer upper air temperatures certainly. So you can see that the cold is retreating in the east. That cold trough is relenting, and most parts of Europe actually having really quite mild upper air temperatures with that ridge of high pressure. Still cold with the dew points, so on the surface where we've got snow cover, particularly in the east of Europe. Of course, it's still a good deal colder there on the surface, so although it's warmer aloft under that ridge, actually on the surface it could still be quite cold, but generally the coldest weather is in the east of Europe still. Most central-west parts of Europe mainly dry, mainly mild. As we go through to the temperatures, it's very dry with precipitation through the middle part of the week. Could be some showers made around across Spain and Portugal, a few coming down into the southern parts of Italy. Some snow flurry is still there for the Balkans, but really lots of dry weather under that ridge of high pressure through middle part of the week. Some snow again up there across parts of Norway. Temperatures show that the extent of the cold in the east is retreating. It's still pretty chilly, of course, particularly where we've got the snow cover. Temperatures are struggling to get above freezing, but overall those temperatures are lifting up in the east of Europe as we go through into the middle part of the week, and it's relatively mild out in west. Again, the warmth is through the Mediterranean and up in towards some southern and western parts of France, where temperatures are into double digits. Now, a little bit of a change as we go through to the end of the week, and there's a lot of uncertainty from Friday into the weekend. This, when I'm doing the video on Sunday evening with the 1800 run of the GFS, that is showing an area of low pressure coming into the United Kingdom. That could be over time, it could be overdone, but it is changing the pattern quite significantly on this chart and bringing cloud and rain in from west. Otherwise, eastern parts of Europe and central Europe still under that area of high pressure. So generally very mild with the upper air temperatures at the end of the week across Europe. The cold in the east with the dew points is easing off, and generally it's a mild scene with those dew points as well. But the change is really in the west, where it's turning wet and windy for Ireland, the United Kingdom, and some heavy rain coming down in towards France. Now, as I say, this could be overdone, it could be over the top. Just go wait and see what happens at the end of the week for the west of Europe. But this is certainly signaling some wet weather to come into the northwest of Europe as we get through to Friday. Otherwise, lots of dry and fine weather, although some thunderstorms beginning to kick off around Corsica and Sardinia. That could just be an area of low pressure beginning to form through the central bowl of Mediterranean. But elsewhere, lots of dry weather, some snow flurries up across Scandinavia. Temperatures generally mild across most parts of Europe. Again, the focus for the warmth is out in the west, actually, for France, up to 10, 11, 12 degrees quite widely. But most places actually above freezing by the time you get through to the end of the week. I mean, even more as we go through to next weekend, the latest run of the GFS while I'm doing this video showing high pressure building up over Scandinavia. And there's a cold plunge coming into Scandinavia with that area of high pressure as well as low pressure is developing through the Mediterranean. Quite where that's going, it's a new sort of idea from the GFS model, so quite where that's going, I'm not sure. But it does show that we've got that cold air plunging into Scandinavia and west parts of Russia next weekend. Otherwise, mostly mild with the upper air temperatures. Dew points mostly mild as well. But a new cold plunge coming back into Scandinavia and northeastern parts of Europe, perhaps with that high pressure. Snow there for Russia, heavy snow. Otherwise, lots of dry weather across northern, central, and western Europe until we come down into the south. And that low pressure that's developing through the Med, producing lots of heavy showers and thunderstorms, particularly around Italy, but also coming down in towards Corsica and Sardinia, and also into the Balearic Islands as well. And as we go through to the temperatures, generally quite a mild scene actually. Most parts of Europe, you can't see the cold, but it's plunging into Scandinavia, western Russia, because it's off the chart, but it is turning a lot cold there. But otherwise, generally quite a mild scene for next weekend. But that's highly uncertain where that reach does form over Scandinavia. We'll need to wait and see quite where that's going. So the general theme is that it's very cold in the east of Europe at the moment. That'll be easing over the next couple of days as a milder air comes in from the west, and really high pressure just going to be dominating. So lots and lots of dry weather through the course of the coming week, and temperatures gradually becoming milder. That's it for now, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.